Thank you to both of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a huge amount of action tonight. Obviously, we're all keen. We're all out here on Easter Saturday. Happy Easter to you all. So please, again, give yourselves a round of applause. Thanks so much for coming out tonight. Now, we've got a big night of action tonight. The tag team title tournament kicks off. In our main event, we've got the Velocities taking on Headhunter Ring and Carter Dean in a qualifying match to determine the first ever Newcastle Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. How does that sound? That's going to be a banger. We're also going to figure out the number one contender for the middleweight title tonight as Will Peters of North Shore Wrestling. Will Peters fan is somewhere. Takes on the rapscallion of the nation, Mick Brady. Clear favourites there, okay. And speaking of the middleweight champion, actually, this is someone I'd actually like to bring out right now. We're going to open the show by bringing out someone who made a bit of history the last time Newcastle Pro Wrestling held an event. It was a brawl at City Hall. This man won the main event in a steel cage match. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you right now, for the first time, give it up for your Newcastle Pro Wrestling middleweight champion, the Logan Hogan Gaza! Joining me. I think I can give everyone here at the Southern Crossbow when I say congratulations on being the brand new middleweight champion. Now with that said, I just want to know, how does it feel to represent Newcastle Pro Wrestling as the brand new middleweight champion?
Honestly, mate, it's fantastic. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. It's fantastic, you know. My first ever show that I come to as a fan. I was sitting there and Matt Diamond won the middleweight title, and to be the person to take it from him, you know, it's insane.
Well, speaking of Matt Diamond now, he's not here tonight, the former champion. Oh, do we want to see Matt Diamond tonight? Yeah! Alright, well speaking of Matt Diamond, he's not here tonight, but I just want to know, is there anything that you wanted to say to him? Obviously you two have had a long rivalry. If there's any words you could say to Matt Diamond right now, what would you say?
Look mate, he will go down as probably one of the best, if not the best, middleweight champion in Newcastle Pro Wrestling history. I think there's no doubt about that. But at the end of the day, Matt Diamond was a coward and he turned his back on Newcastle. Dunedoo is my home, but Newcastle has my heart. My backyard is the Who's, and this ring is where I lay everything on the line for everyone here.
Appreciate that. And finally, what's next for the new middleweight champion?
Mate, I don't know. There's Shuey, apparently. No, you know, I've got Peters and Mick Moretti tonight. They'll be for the number one contender for the next show here. But tonight I've got a match. I do not know who it's against, so yeah, I'm gonna go prepare, I guess.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for your new middleweight champion. We will see him in action a little bit later tonight.
on?
Ladies, gentlemen, thumbs up. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the magnificent Mac Gage. Everybody. And, boy, seems like you've had a few issues with people named Matt.
On my list of royals here, honey buns.
Matt Diamond, Matt Rogers, Matt the Dude London, Matt the Silver, and of course, the worst of them all, Matt Damon. Now these five tremendous trio that has five in it, they came together to form the Matt Stand. And I commend you, man. You fought them off at honey bun. You're yet to fight the most physically imposing Matt on the entire Newcastle Pro roster. You're yet to face all 6'8", 170 kilos of little old me. So what do you say, honey bun? You and me in a good old-fashioned landslide right here, right now. I know what you're going to say. And you're wrong. No, you're right. Fair play to you. You're quick on your feet, buddy. You're real quick. But I haven't lost every match. No, I've lost every match. So the Rumble, my first spot in the Rumble, that was like the entire roster against me. So that's not fair. The next one, Parker Thomas, he's bald. That's a disadvantage on itself. Jack J. Bonza, I'm scared of him, but also bald, also unfair. And then I was on the pre-show with City Hall. I don't have an excuse for that one, but I'm just too good, alright, honey bun? So yeah, I may be a little rough around the edges, but I'll be okay, as long as you say yes. I mean, just think about it, man. David versus Goliath. The daydream believer versus the homecoming queen. Romeo versus Juliet. Leroy versus Stitch. The Bowman Hogan versus the Bull-Up Ballad. The former, soon-to-be former middleweight champion against the next champion. Dazza versus Matt Gage. Oh, buddy, I'm getting the shivers just thinking about it. I'm begging you. Oh, I'm proposing to you. Baby, just say yes.
Yes. Alright, you want to come out and make challenges, I'll make a challenge to you. If I beat you at intermission, you have to put a tab on the bar for these lovely people.
Okay. We're gonna do this right now. We're not doing this right now. Let's go out here. Come on.
I'm ready now, baby. Oh, I'm ready. I am ready.
Welcome back to the
Oh, play it by ear. Oh, God damn it. Oh, big brain. Big brain. How sexy's my Gage?
And Block, thank you very much for the wonderful introduction. Wow, how about the gusto of Matt Gage taking it straight to the brand new Newcastle Pro Wrestling middleweight champion, Dazza. We're kicking off Newcastle Pro 93 with a hot start here. Dazza not ready to compete just yet, but taking it to the impromptu challenge of Matt Gage. 9, 10, 11. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting up to 14, 15. Wow.
Gouge of the eyes by Matt Gage.
Matt Gage is going to play a little bit dirty. We know this about Matt Gage. He hasn't been too successful at many Nui Pro shows, but he certainly made it, at least here tonight, taking it to the middleweight champion. He might pin him right here.
In for the cover, 1 and 2 count only from our referee, Hannah.
You told me I need 2.
Our senior referee, Hannah, calling it right down the middle there, arguing with Matt Gage, who wanted a victory right there against the middleweight champion. Now, if Matt Gage can knock off the middleweight champion, who has been on the hottest roll in Newcastle, what does that say about a future middleweight championship match, Edler?
Oh, he has to put himself right at the front of the line of challengers for Daz's middleweight title. He also doesn't have to buy a huge crowd here.
That's right. That's quite important as well. Daz's stipulations. We've got her in the cover. 1, 2. Ooh. Close 2 count there. Signal by referee Hannah. That's obviously an important part of the stipulation here at Lock is the bar tab that Matt Gage has will have to buy for the wonderful patrons here at the Southern Cross Hall if Dazzle were to beat Matt Gage tonight.
Matt Gage whips his opponent into the buckle. But misses.
Taking that from his friend Headhunter Rick. Hear those ribs crunch. And here we go. We've seen this before, Ed Lock.
Indeed, the Bogan Hogan in action. Huge leg drop in centre ring.
He pinned Andre the Giant with that move, and he's got Newcastle right on their feet.
Has him up in a farmer's carry. There we go. In for the cover. Count of 1, count of 2, and a count of 3. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this opening contest, the middleweight champion,
Dazza wins our first contest with a wagon wheel in centre ring. Didn't even have time to get changed into his customary bib and braces. Great start to the night.
middleweight champion takes it to the magnificent Matt Gage. How do we enjoy our opening contest this evening, ladies and gentlemen? Lovely. Well, right now, keep that applause going because I do want to make a shout out to one of our favourite sponsors once again, Career Property Management. Everyone give a big round of applause for Career. Any property needs, go to Career. All right, Hannah? Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is actually a battle of the heaps. In fact, we've got a four-way match in the heavyweight division. And it is set for one fall. Introducing first.
There we have it, fans. A big fatal four-way featuring Shane Sheffield Sinclair facing off against Bob the Viking versus Full Force Matt Rogers against the original greaser, Robbie Zuko. You won't find a bigger match anywhere in this country. 4 huge competitors, everyone standing over 6 foot tall. Big men. Referee Hannah just checking the wrestlers at the moment. Robert Oxley back to join me here at the commentary table as referee Hannah checks all 4 competitors. Just waiting for Hannah's call.
There it is, the bell has sounded. And Ed Locke, I don't know how well your maths is, but I've just calculated that the combined weight of the competitors in the ring today, 443 kilograms, making this, I believe, the heaviest match in Nui Pro history.
Incredible, Rob. Your maths are stupendous.
I appreciate that. Not one competitor under 100 kilograms tonight. Definitely a heavyweight division match, one that only Nui Pro can provide in Australian wrestling. And Bob the Viking sends Matt Rogers tumbling over the top. They love Bob the Viking here at Locke, and you know what? So do I.
Yeah, Bob is undefeated at the Hoos, obviously, and he's slowly developing into a strong contender here on the main roster.
I agree.
But at the moment, we have Robbie Zuko facing off against Triple S. Zuko whipped in, attempting a sunset flip in center ring.
Aloha unsuccessful. Up he comes. About to be manhandled by the workhorse, and out he goes! Oh man! That could be it for Robbie Zuko.
Yeah, it could be, Rob. Matt Rogers squaring off at the moment
These two men
against
have history.
Triple S.
Sorry to cut you off, Ed Locke. These two men do indeed have history. They met at the first brawl at City Hall on March 26th of 2021 with Matt Rogers getting the victory, but I think it was just barely, and I know Shane Sheffield Sinclair has not forgotten about that loss.
Both big men off the ropes. Double knockdown.
This is what I love, Ed Locke. 4 heavyweights going at it. 4 big oafs just clobbering each other. This is wrestling. This is Newcastle Pro Wrestling, where we raise the bar thanks to Kriya and Acelec.
Indeed. Robbie Zuko rolls Bob the Viking back into the ring under the top. I beg your pardon. Bottom rope. Snap suplex by Zuko. In for a cover. Count of 1. Count of 2 by Hannah.
Hey! Now, Robbie Zuko has the most experience out of anyone in this match. Ed Locke, can you tell me how many years Robbie Zuko's been wrestling? Because I've lost count.
Yeah, so have I, Rob, but it's around 20 years. He's not only wrestled all over Australia, he's wrestled in America. Bob into the cover. Count of 1. Count of 2 to kick out.
Oh, while that was happening, Ed Locke, Shane Sheffield Sinclair has just body slammed Matt Rogers onto the ramp.
Unbelievable.
Almost caused an earthquake here in Newcastle West. As Bob the Viking's getting the heavier and more experienced Robbie Zuko up on his shoulders. Oh!
Drops him down chest first on his knee. Yeah, Rob in particular wrestled for the Heartland Wrestling Association when it was a WWE feeder. Won their TV title. Wrestled against guys like John Moxley, against LA Knight, Nigel McGuinness. So he's well travelled and well skilled. Big sunset flip off the top by Bob. Roll through. And going for that Matrix magic in center ring.
There it is.
Robbie Zuko.
Oh no. Oh!
Boot right to the head by Triple S.
Might have glanced him with that boot. Ed Locke, I was saying, you mentioned some great names there. LA Knight, John Moxley, all who have wrestled Robbie Zuko before, but do they hold up to Bob the Viking tonight? Or Shane Sheffield Sinclair? There's many battles throughout Robbie Zuko's career. Including tonight, which may be one of the hardest.
Yeah, definitely. Big back body drop by Shane Sheffield Sinclair.
Workhorse sent him up 11 feet in the air just then, but Bob the Viking come crashing down. Man, I think Robbie Zuko actually may have more experience than all the other 3 competitors in the match combined.
I think you're right, Rob. Nice takedown by Triple S. Low clothesline. has Bob pinned for a count of 1 and a count of 2.
Now that's a mistake by Shane Sheffield. He didn't hook Bob the Viking's leg. If you want to put this match away, you need to get serious. You need to hook the leg.
Yeah, great advice, Rob.
Bob's coming back up. You mentioned his success at the Hoos. This could be the victory Bob the Viking needs to get into that heavyweight title picture, Ed Lock.
And Rob, certainly a win by any of these great wrestlers puts them in line for a future shot at the Newey Pro heavyweight title.
I agree, Ed Lock. Especially Matt Rogers. We know he's been gunning for that title. He's a former champion, one of the greatest ever Newey Pro champions before. He's held the title 2 times. Both times, both reigns at 364 days each.
Incredible.
Just stunning presence in the heavyweight division for years. Matt Rogers has been here. He's only been pinned once since 2016. So for anyone to get a victory over Matt Rogers, pretty much gives them a shortcut to the heavyweight title contention, I believe.
Yeah, definitely so.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh no! I was talking about earthquakes earlier, Ed Lock.
Big Tower of Doom. Everyone down, including the Slammer.
Tower of Doom.
Shane Sheffield Sinclair.
That was a skyscraper of doom, Ed Lock. Oh my goodness, 443 kilos coming crashing down to the now fragile Newcastle Pro Wrestling ring.
And all 4 men down, Rob.
Who's got the advantage here, Ed Lock?
Well, it looks like referee Hannah is going to apply a mandatory 10 count. Let's see who can beat the 10 count, if anyone.
That's right. Maybe a bit of an anti-climatic finish if referee Hannah were to get to 10. But here we go, Bob the Viking, he's done the nip up!
He nips up
And
instead of ring.
They love it! Horns up for Bob! Put the horns down, Ed Lock, this is a serious match.
Bob attacking everyone with knees, with clotheslines.
Look at him go.
And with shoulders to the midsection. Bob's on fire.
Oh, he
Here
got
at Newey 93. Oh, big boot by Matt Rogers.
Oh, man.
But Robbie Zuko perched up on the very top turnbuckle.
He is.
Flying cross body press. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 2 only by a referee. Hannah.
He could not have gotten more of that crossbody if he tried, and now he's really taken it to Matt Rogers. Luckily, Matt Rogers is actually wearing a singlet, so those chops will be a little bit less severe, but they are being thrown by one of the best wrestlers in the country.
Indeed. Beautiful black hole slam.
The black hole slam by Matt Rogers. Devastating.
Can he capitalise? He has to jump. Oh no, he's ripping up Robbie Zuko in centre ring.
With no regard for Zuko's well-being.
Off-handle power slam. In for the cover. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3.
Here is your winner, Matt Rogers!
Well, there you have it, Ed Lock. Matt Rogers continues to impress, continues to stay head and shoulders above the rest here in the Newcastle Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Division.
And he must have his eyes on a shot now at the Newcastle Pro Heavyweight Wrestling title. Rob Oxley mentioned he's a former 2-time champion. Matt Rogers defeated Jack Bonser on the 28th of October 2017. Later, he defeated Jackson Kelly in a steel cage match on the 19th of January 2019. He's the most dominant champion in Newey Pro Wrestling history. Let's have a word from Full Force, Matt Rogers.
Hey, good morning. Seriously, when is the last time Matt Rogers lost a match? I don't remember it's been that long. Now, 6'5" teammate Matt Diamond couldn't get the job done. And because I'm the alpha male of Speed Force, Carter Deans, Because the biggest and baddest heavyweight of Newcastle Pro Wrestling is coming back to take your title.
Full force, Matt Rogers laying down a challenge. And that challenge is for Carter Dean's Newcastle Pro Heavyweight Wrestling Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Rogers gunning for a third title reign here in Newcastle Pro Wrestling. Really wants Carter Dean's bad. How would you fare if you had Carter Dean's Matt Rogers match? You didn't think you'd get the edge? Matt Rogers? Some say Deans? Alright, who's on Team Deans? Make some noise. Alright, who's on Team Rogers? Alright, pretty split. Alright, it's pretty split. Well, if Matt Rogers does one heavyweight title match, well, there's one way to guarantee that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the screen to figure out how. Featuring not only the finals of the tag team title tournament where we will crown the first ever New Pro Tag Team Champions, but also the 30-person Rumble is back! With the winner getting a title shot of their division. And that's going to be a cracking event. Tickets are on sale now, soon. They're on sale now! You can get them to the Newcastle Pro Wrestling website. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first. Introducing first, hailing from Perth, this is Leah Cross! And introducing her opponent, the Central Coast and representing the Blue Nation, this is Rita Stone!
There we have it, fans. One fall to a finish. Unbreakable. Lena Cross all the way from Perth, Western Australia, facing off against the Central Coast's own Rita Stone. Referee Hannah just about to give us the okay to ring that bell. We're underway. First thing you'll notice is somewhat of a size discrepancy.
Yeah, look, the size discrepancy that you speak of, that hasn't bothered Rita Stone before. She's taken it to the likes of Ben Braxton, taken it to the likes of CJ Phoenix, taken it to the likes of Will Keatis in the past. She's Mick Moretti even, she's not afraid of someone who's bigger, stronger, taller than her. She'll take it to the very best of Newcastle Pro Wrestling without a fear.
Yeah, she's ruthless. She won't back down from anyone.
That's right. That's a better way to put it, I think.
Yeah, she might be diminutive, but she's certainly a badass in the ring, Robert.
She is. She's one to look out for in the future of Newcastle Pro Wrestling. Certainly a talented member straight out of the House of Free Fighting, Newcastle Pro Wrestling's training academy in Gateshead. Look at that. Oh,
yeah,
never
she tried
mind.
a wheelbarrow manoeuvre, just got slammed face first
She did.
into the canvas by unbreakable Lena Cross.
Lena Cross. Man, she's undefeated in Newcastle Pro Wrestling. Ed Locke, I'm not sure if you knew that. I'm sure you did, actually. She's got one victory to her belt. She's only had one match here in Newcastle Pro Wrestling, but it was an impressive one. She beat the Python powerhouse Steph DeLander immediately before Steph DeLander became the Newcastle Pro Wrestling Women's Champion and eventually signed to NXT to become Persia Pirotta.
Indeed.
So she's got a big she's got a big notch on the belt on the resume as Rita Stone goes into the lateral press here. Ooh, only a 1 count. Just power of Lena Cross on display right there, shoving Rita Stone off like she's some piece of garbage.
Both girls outside the ring. Oh, Lena just slams Rita on the ring apron, the hard ring apron.
One of the hardest parts of the ring, but it's not going to slow down Rita Stone. Sends both feet into the chest of Lena Cross. And here we go. It's broken down here outside the ring. Referee Hannah struggling to maintain control here at Lock.
Both competitors back either in or on the ring. Flying crossbody. I've seen Rita win many a match with that very move, but she got caught in centre ring by Lena Cross. Fall away slam.
That goes to show you that Lena Cross has done her homework on Rita Stone.
But could only hold her down for a count of 2.
So far, Ed Lock, there's still many match to go.
Indeed. Cross has been in there with, as you know, Rob, many international superstars. Mako Saramura, Hiroyu Matsumoto, Mercedes Martinez, Nicole Savoy, Tennille Dashwood, our own Tennille Dashwood. You mentioned Persia Pirotta. Nice clothesline.
Incredible.
By Lena Cross.
She holds a victory over Persia Pirotta, and just being in the ring with the names that you mentioned, it just goes to show that she's got experience. She's got way more experience than Rita Stone has being in the ring with people that are better than her. Not to say there's anything wrong with Lena Cross, because you take something from every match.
For sure.
But no doubt she's taken a lot from those matches and implemented them here against Rita Stone.
Cross whips Stone into the ropes.
Oh!
Nice cross-arm neck breaker.
That's right.
By Rita Stone.
And on the same breath, Rita Stone is going to learn a lot from this match here against Lena Cross.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Rob. Nice forearm jolts and a kick to the midsection. Series of kicks by Rita Stone. Cross slams away at Rita.
Oh!
Sliding German suplex off those ropes.
Really working on the back of Rita Stone.
A favourite manoeuvre of Adam Abbas.
That's right. The one and only Adam Abbas. You know, you mentioned on the Conversations with the Chief podcast last week, Ed Locke. Oh, hang on.
Count of 2.
You mentioned on the Conversation with the Chief podcast that Rita Stone is one to watch out for in Australian wrestling.
Most certainly.
What do you think her career trajectory will be if she's able to knock off Lena Cross, the impressive Lena Cross, known Australia-wide? If she's able to knock her off tonight, what does that do for her career?
Well, it could actually put her on a middleweight championship trajectory.
It could.
Obviously, the Newey Pro women's title is vacant. She could put her name forward.
She could.
For that honoured belt.
That's right. It's currently an inactive championship. But the roster that could vie for that championship is aplenty. It's talented. It's deep. It's got a lot of depth in it, as we're seeing right here with two of the very best in Australia going at it. Either of these could be the Newcastle Pro Wrestling Women's Champion or Middleweight Champion.
Indeed, and it's amazing you say that, Rob, because Rita only turned professional last year.
Amazing.
2021, which, as we know, was a COVID-shortened year.
That's right.
She's a fast-rising superstar, to say the least.
Imagine if she had the entirety of 2021 to show what she's made of. Man, we'd all be in trouble. There we go. Got the jawbreaker in.
Indeed. Big boot by Lena Cross. Just flattened Rita Stone.
Man. That's got to be it. She's out.
Yeah. Hooks the leg. Count of 1. Count of 2. Count of 2. Count only, Robert.
Notice how Lena Cross actually, she connected her hands there when she hooked the leg. That's a strong cover. That's a mark of a cover that you really need a lot of effort to kick out of. It's amazing that Rita Stone's been able to. That just shows the heart, the tenacity of Rita Stone. In fact, it was the last time here at the Southern Cross Hall that Rita Stone, correct me if I'm wrong, did she chip her tooth or lose a tooth in the match against Mick Moretti only a few minutes in, but kept going like it never happened?
Yeah, exactly. Gutsy effort by the young lady.
Wow.
Looks like Lena Cross has a double toe hold on Rita. Now combines it with a double arm lever and could be following up with a big stomp right between the shoulder blades.
That's one of those submissions that is less about...
Cover Rob, 1, 2. Sorry to talk over you.
No, thank you for cutting me off. That was extremely important. That's one of those submissions that, like, obviously will cause a lot of pain, but she has no interest in holding that in for long because she wants to show everyone. Look at the dominance I'm holding over Rita Stone, who's just fighting back with oh, wow, what a shot by Rita Stone. No, Lena Cross not going to let her have it.
Her wicked chop by Cross. Picks up Stone, beautiful snap suplex. Holds on. Second snap suplex. Going for the 3 amigos. Number 3 coming up now, and it's a vertical suplex.
Holding it just like we saw Dazza do earlier tonight. That's
Indeed.
5 seconds. Oh!
And drops her into a gourd buster. Again, hooks a leg. Count of 1, count of 2. But again, Rita Stone kicks out before the fatal 3 count.
Wow. I'm near speechless. I know I should be a commentator. Here we go. This has got to be it. Oh, wow. Rita, like we've said, Rita showing a lot of heart. I know I wouldn't be able to withstand 2 suplex and what did you call it? A gourd buster?
A gourd buster, my friend.
I'm so glad you're here, Redlock. A gourd buster by Lena Cross. Just devastating. Throwing Rita around, again, just shows the tenacity, shows the heart, shows the relentlessness of the up-and-comer from the House of Free Fighting from the Central Coast.
Fireman's carry by Lena, but Rita trying to elbow her way out. Escapes. Oh, huge discus forearm off by Rita. Rita, Saito suplex.
Look at Rita go. She's got Lena Cross on the rope. She's got her on the run. Here we go. This is where you need to capitalize, Rita. There it is.
Single leg takedown. Climbing up to the highlight zone of the wrestling ring is Rita Stone.
We've seen her hit this headlock. Here we go. Can she hit it this time?
Yes, she can.
Body.
For a count of 1 and a count of 2.
Oh.
Big kick out.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Lena Cross.
I'm going to be honest with you. Look, I've never seen anyone kick out of the Rita Stone crossbody into the pin combination.
No.
Good on Lena Cross.
Yep.
Newcastle very solemnly behind their own Rita Stone. Obviously Lena Cross from Perth, not well liked around these parts.
I tried for a crossroads, got blocked. There's a run. Oh! Satellite DDT by Rita Stone.
Drops Lena Cross on the top of her dome and up goes Rita Stone. Is this wise, Ed Locke?
I think it is. She has to fly.
That's it. It's what she's familiar with. It's what she knows. Oh!
I think you called it correctly, Rob. Not that wise. Oh, wicked chop
Now she's making
by
it painful.
unbreakable Lena Cross.
Look at that. Rita said sitting on the top rope, but she's as tall as Lena Cross is standing in the ring. Oh!
Big cutter.
Folded her in a half, Ed Locke.
Indeed. Rolls over. Makes the cover for a count of 1, count of 2. But a kick out.
Wow.
Once again.
There's no doubt Rita Stone is fighting through some serious whiplash right now, but
Has to be.
to have the wherewithal to kick out, wow. Again, the heart of Rita Stone is unmatched here in Newcastle Pro Wrestling. The Blue Nation. have got their sights on the Newcastle Pro Wrestling tag team titles, but it's not what Rita's thinking about right now. She's thinking how she's going to get out of this powerbomb.
Here we go.
The code blue!
Yeah, fair enough. Blue Nation coat of blue. I'll pay that one.
Thank you, Edlock. You're
Back
usually
up on the top
There it
is
is.
Rita Stone.
No way.
450, but no one home. Cross moving in for what could be. An Ushigoroshi, I believe.
There it is.
Count of one.
Taking
Count
advantage
of
of the
two. Count of three.
There it is.
Huge victory by Perth's Unbreakable Lena Cross with a huge victory over ruthless Rita Stone. Great match. Our Cross has just kicked Rita Stone to the curb, so to speak, booted her out of the ring. Not a very popular move here in Newcastle, but hats off to Lena Cross. Lena Cross, one of the best wrestlers in all of Australia today. The pride of Perth, Western Australia, Lena Cross, victorious here at Newey 93.
A fantastic addition to the Newcastle Pro Wrestling roster. Remains undefeated here in Newey Pro, but of course a valiant effort as well for Rita Stone as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to head into our #1 contendership match where we're going to decide the next opponent for the middleweight champion, Gaza. But first, I'd like to direct your attention to the video screen. Let's just see how we got here.
Girls, please, just...
Ow!
What happened?
What's wrong? Let me paint you a picture. I'm putting on my wall paint, right? Slap on my fantastic fedora. And then the lights go out. Not the lights, like, whoa. Oh, you know, you see.
Yeah.
When I wake up, I'm on the floor. I get up and I come straight to the movie.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
That's what I mean.
What?
Somebody bashes me up.
That should be that.
You know what? To help with this, let's call the authorities.
That's a bit extreme. It is
911. No, we're in Australia. Is there a local number?
It's 000. Let's go. 3 of them.
You know what? No, I've got him saved. The sheriff.
The sheriff.
Yeah.
He does. That's good. That's good. That's correct.
He'll fix this.
He should fix this.
Sheriff! I've got something to report. You know what? Alright! Shit.
Mick.
City Hall! North Shore Wrestling!
Did you see their faces?
How good was that?
How good was that?
Another victory. You want to see more?
And they were loving us. They were loving us. What's the love? Can I help?
Sorry? What is this? What do you mean? Can
What
anyone
do you
explain to
mean?
me why is Moretti's hair on your shoulder?
It's nothing. It's nothing. What are you talking about?
Moretti was attacked tonight,
Yeah.
and your hair, his hair, is on your shoulder.
Nah, it's his lunch, mate.
That's not his hair.
That's not what you think it is.
That's his spaghetti.
Will you get this? You're under arrest.
What just happened? What just...
With that in mind, the following contest will determine the #1 contender for the middleweight championship, and it is set for one fall! Introducing first. Jake Walker. Weighing in at 88 kilograms. He hails from Queensland from New South Wales, and he represents Newcastle Wrestling. He's the Newcastle Will Peters. I'd like to remind everyone that in this match, the rest of North Shore Wrestling is banned from ringside. Now introducing his opponent.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have the pleasure of being joined at the commentary table by none other than the Newcastle Pro Middleweight Champion, Dazza. Welcome aboard, Daz.
Thank you, Ed. It's great to be here, mate.
Mate, this is a first for us. I don't think we've shared the stick before.
No, we haven't, have we?
Shared a beer.
It's good. Shared a beer, yeah.
Beer, but
many of those, but not a
the
table.
microphone.
Luckily, there's a third headset out here.
G'day, legend.
Jazzy, you can have my chair. That's fine. welcome. I'm just kidding. Welcome. Oh, ring the bell. Great bell ringing, Ed.
Lovely stuff.
Welcome, Dazza. This match determines the top contender for the Newcastle Pro Wrestling. Oh, hang on. There's a bit of commotion going on in the ring. Maybe we should listen to this first. Okay, just going for a cheap shot here. There we go. Dazza, welcome to the desk again. Congratulations on being the brand new Newcastle Pro Wrestling Middleweight Champion.
Thank you, mate.
This match determines your next challenger. It determines the top contender. So the obvious question here is who would you like to face? Who do you prefer?
Honestly, mate, I've been meaning to have a match with Mick Moretti for the last, 2-3 years, but each time has been cancelled through COVID.
That's right.
I've had my time wrestling Ketis here, there and everywhere, but never stood in the ring face to face with Mick Moretti, so I'd have to say I'm rooting for Moretti.
Wow, okay. Great. It was actually, it was the 22nd of March 2020. You were originally meant to wrestle Mick Moretti. That match never happened, unfortunately, but obviously, if you...
Country got locked down.
Something like that, yeah. Call the action, Edlock. What's going on here?
I'm engrossed.
I think we all are.
Will Ketis seeking sanctuary outside the wrestling ring at the moment. On the Southern Cross Hall floor. But the long arm of the law forces him back into the ring.
That's right. Will Ketis has spent the last 36 nights in jail. 36 nights, let out on occasional prior wrestling bookings by the Sheriff Jake Walker, but he's spent the last 36 days in solitary confinement.
And he's still effectively in custody here tonight.
He is
at
too.
Southern Cross Hall.
He is too. So I presume that he'll be being taken home by the Sheriff after this match, regardless if he wins or loses. But Mick Moretti has taken it to Will Ketis, who's been trapped in the apron of the wrestling ring. That's why they call him the rapscallion.
Big leg drop right across the throat. Shades of Dazzler.
That's right, yeah. That's right.
Bogan Hogan.
Do you think he's playing mind games with you right now, hitting that leg drop?
Possibly.
Knowing that you're out here?
Possibly.
He is a master of mischief, Mick Moretti.
He is.
Kiedis rolling out of harm's way. Moretti coming over to the other side of the ring. Again looking for a rolling stand. Oh! And nails it.
Jeez. He sure did. So Dazza, being the middleweight champion obviously comes with the responsibility and the pressure of having to defend it against the country's best. Also, hang on.
Oh, big chop.
Yeah, I think I changed my mind. I think I want Kiedis to win. I want to take that.
Comes with the pressure of being the champion. Comes with the pressure of potentially. Oh, we're going to see another chop. Oh, there it is. Jeez. Comes with the pressure of drawing the houses. So how are you dealing with that pressure? This is your first event of being a champion. How are you dealing with the pressure knowing that you've got competitors on your back?
Yeah, look.
And responsibilities.
It really does hit you like, oh, another chop.
Get you
it really does.
Already chop.
It does. I was going to say a ton of bricks, but I think a Mick Moretti chop's probably worse. But yeah, like there is that instant pressure. Honestly, and I'm trying to watch here. This is great stuff.
That's right. Mick Moretti is quite agile as well. Is that something that you're going to have to look into? Like you,
very much, mate.
Because you're agile plenty, but you,
yes,
I'd probably.
He's a whole nother level.
Right across the sternum there. Yes. Bit of a dick shot by Will Kiedis, actually.
Thundering chop. Wicked.
Takes him on his feet.
Slash. Moretti into the cover, 1 and 2.
Man.
Only a count of 2 from our referee, Hannah.
Sends him straight down through, almost through the mat. Mick Moretti certainly the crowd favourite despite his underhanded tactics. He's beloved by the Newcastle Pro Wrestling audience. He's a former heavyweight champion, held the title for a year and a half. He's had many contests for the middleweight championship, but has never been able to claim it. Do you think maybe Dazza, this has given him some extra incentive to fight hard tonight because it's a title he's fought for plenty of times but never held?
Yep. Yes, very much so, mate. I know. I've heard rumours backstage that he just has his eyes for it. Even before the last City Hall, he's trimmed down a lot.
I think it's
He's trimmed down the last couple of years as well. He wants it.
And of course, a win by Moretti would put him in line to become the first ever Newey Pro Grand Slam champion.
That's exactly right. You're right, Edlock.
Both men jockeying for position. Moretti just dispatches Kiedis to the floor.
And he's got him right where he wants him, I think, Edlock. I think that's exactly where he wanted to put him. Moretti's building up a bit of a head of steam while the Sheriff looks on. And here we go!
More subterfuge
Master
by the rapscallion of the ring.
The Master of Mischief strikes again, Edlock.
Indeed he does, Robert Oxley.
Kiedis imploring that he moved out of the way. I don't think that's necessarily true.
Just gets closed on straight over the top rope, back onto the floor. Moretti hits those ropes, but gets cut off by a big blow from Will Kiedis.
There we go, Kiedis learning his lesson. That's why they call him the brains of North Shore Wrestling.
Yeah, he's a wily competitor.
He's got the smarts about him.
Kiedis just sent Moretti into the ring barrier.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's done some damage to the barrier.
Kiedis just putting the boots to a fallen Moretti. Rolling back in to break the referee's count.
He is too, and look at this, Will Kiedis, like you said, Edlock, he's a wily competitor. He'll take a victory any way he can get it. If he has to exert the least amount of energy, he will. He's trying to take a count-out victory here over one of the best in the country.
And that would still get him a shot against our guest.
It would too.
The middleweight champion, Dazza.
Although the title doesn't change on
the count. Oh, only a count of 1. Sorry, Rob.
No, please don't apologise, Edlock. You know, I'm really thankful I've got the opportunity to commentate with you, Edlock. I know we should be focusing on the match right now, but I just want to say you're an Australian wrestling legend, and I love that I'm calling tonight with you. So thank you so much for joining
Bit of
me.
a bucket list item, isn't it?
It is.
Call a match with
It
headlock.
certainly is.
Well, it's a pleasure for me to be with both of you gentlemen. Big whip with authority into the buckles by Will Keatis.
That's right. Will Keatis is showboating here when he should be taking advantage of the prone Moretti, the downed Moretti, the downed rapscallion.
Indeed, and now he hooks that red count of one. Still only a count of one.
He's going to have to do more to put Mick Moretti away. He can't be doing the double biceps all day.
Exactly right. Oh, and the fans firmly behind Moretti. But Keatis picks him up, backbreaker across the knee.
I'd be curious to see how Will Keatis fares in a match where North Shore Wrestling is banned from ringside.
Well, we're witnessing it at the moment, Rob. It's a very interesting situation.
That's right. Will Keatis' victories here at
Rolling cradle, count of one.
Only a 2 count there.
2 count.
Pretty close though.
Indeed.
Oh, nice forearm there by Mick Moretti. Sending Will Keatis to the ropes. He needs that support. But he was playing possum a little bit.
Nick stops his momentum. Big boot right to the face by Mick Moretti.
Will Keatis' own momentum sent him into that.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, Rob.
Wow, the second backbreaker straight to Moretti.
Cover again, count of one, count of two.
That's a great cover by Will Keatis there, putting most of his body weight onto Mick Moretti, so it makes it more difficult for him to use his legs and hips to kick out.
Indeed it does.
Will Keatis' key victories here in Newcastle Pro Wrestling in singles action include against former middleweight champion Matt Diamond, where he had Jackson Kelly and Sam Osborne at ringside. Also against Rita Stone, where he had Jackson Kelly, Sam Osborne, and Lyrebird Lucci at ringside. So now that he doesn't have anyone at ringside other than the Sheriff, I would be curious to see if he can put this match away.
And the Sheriff's a man of law. Count of one, count of two. Sheriff's a man of the law. He's not going to help Keatis. He's just there to keep him in custody within those ring ropes.
You're exactly right. Comes out in handcuffs like a true,
like the felon that he is.
That's right. Like the true jailbird he is. It's got him hung up there.
3 of woe. And a boot firmly planted, or it was, across the throat by Will Keatis.
Dazza, I know it's a little bit late right now, but you've been in the ring with Will Keatis plenty of times before, so what advice would you give Mick Moretti to put this match away? Because correct me if I'm wrong, you have defeated Will Keatis a couple of times.
I have, yes. See, the thing about Will Keatis is, although he does need, he does like to get help from his friends. He has his head a bit far up his own arse, I will say, just quietly. So it's quite easy to just wait him out, and he will make mistakes like he has just done there.
There we go, great advice. There we go.
Slapfish initiated by Mick Moretti.
Bit of unorthodox offense there by the Master of Mischief.
And how do you counter that? How can you train for something like that, Dazza?
I don't think you can. When you're upside down, someone's slapping you in the face. I think you just sort of have to close your eyes and hope for the best, really. Just take it.
You got to let it happen.
Just got to wait for it to be over and then try regroup.
Cover count of one, count of two from our referee, Hannah.
Well, what was it that caused you to finally be able to slay the giant that was Matt Diamond? What was it that, what came out of you that you can like take into a match against a Will Keatis or a Mick Moretti that where you can ensure victory like you had at City Hall?
Honestly, just 2 years of torture, like rocking up every week to want to wrestle, and then I had to think, is Matt Diamond going to interrupt? Is a Diamond Standard member going to come out? And as I said beforehand, all they do is rock up just to put the boots to me. Right?
It was 2 years of turmoil for you.
2 years of turmoil, Edlock. Thank you.
So it was very personal. That's what drove you to beat Matt Diamond. So if you don't necessarily have any like personal beef here with Mick Moretti or Will Keatis, what can you do against them? Like, is there something that you can kind of like lean back into to say like, yes, I can use this to beat either one of these men? Or
I think there was definitely something that sparked in me that night that I knew me in a way. So I want to keep that going. I don't want it to stop, to be honest. I want to keep that momentum. Like, that's what got me the belt, and honestly, I don't want it out of my hands anytime soon. So
Well, you did beat Matt Gage in record time today, so
Thank you
obviously
very
we are
much.
seeing a bit of a new Dazza with the nose ring as well. So I think it's
And out of the bib and brace in the denims.
Yes.
yeah, true. Got some new gear.
It was impromptu, though.
It
wasn't
was,
my
yeah,
friend?
yeah. I was meant to go back and got a wedgie. I was meant to go back and prepare, but just happened, I guess.
There we go.
Mick Moretti trying to pry Ketis off those top ropes. But cop a big punch right between the eyes.
That was a closed fist. I'd like to see referee Hannah get in there a little bit more and enforce the closed fist rule. Obviously, you can't be doing closed fists in wrestling. Ketis hanging on like Spider-Man here. Oh!
Nice German suplex.
Is that a snap German headlock?
Close enough to it,
Close
Robert.
enough, okay. I'd like to pick your brain a little bit after this match, but potentially you can tell me the difference between a snap and a normal German. Is there a certain time limit that they need to execute the move? Maybe I'm sure you know.
Speed's the key, Rob.
I'm sure it is. Here we go.
Big blow by Moretti, followed up by a chop. Another forearm, another chop. Moretti just laying in the big blows on Ketis, winding him up to whip him into those buckles. Moretti on the burst with an elbow. Snap man.
Sorry, go on, please.
It's like padding's off over there.
Oh!
Big thrust kick. And a count of one and a count of two. Count of two only.
I think he thought he had it there. Here's what we know about Mick Moretti. This guy is in the best shape of his life, like you said earlier, Dazza. Thank you very much for that point. He can tap into his second win, his third win, his fourth win. I'm sure he could even get to a fifth or sixth win if the match progresses long enough to need to do so. Will Ketis, I don't think it's been in that many long matches. It definitely doesn't have the experience as Mick Moretti in high-profile matches. So I wonder how Will Ketis' cardio shape is heading into this match.
Very good call, Rob. Attempted O'Connor just shaken off.
O'Connor he learned at the Australian Pro Wrestling Gym. Will Ketis did, now trains at the Pro Wrestling Academy, where Mick Moretti is a trainer. I don't think they train on the same days, though. Obviously, there's a bit of bad blood here. Will Ketis is trying to get a submission here from Mick Moretti.
Looks like a modified Cobra clutch.
How often do you see Mick Moretti tap out at, Bob?
I don't think I've ever seen Mick Moretti tap out.
I don't think I ever have either.
I've seen him since his very early days in pro wrestling.
Mint can dish Mick Moretti.
Indeed. Goes down.
There we go. This is the third. If that hit the mat, we would have had a new number one contender in the Cuba Killer, but he's got him by the ear now. On the way out, Mick Moretti needs to do something. Here it is, the Bret Hart Roddy Piper.
Shoulders are down. 1, 2.
Oh,
so close, lads.
Oh, man. Oh, wow, he's got him in
the Dragon Sleeper with the body scissors.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here again, Egbon. Yes, the Dragon Sleeper.
Yes, submission maneuvers and keeping him in place with that body scissors.
That's right. Will Ketis can't move out of this. It'd take a lot for Will Ketis to... Oh, here we go. Moretti's shifted position. Probably unaware the ring ropes are so close. That gives Will Ketis the opportunity, and there it is.
Yeah, he finds the sanctuary of that bottom rope. And an automatic break ordered by referee Hannah.
That is. Sheriff looking coy, looking non-serious,
isn't he?
Yeah.
Not letting Ketis get too far away from his sight.
No, he's not. Good on the Sheriff. I think he's got a bright future here. You mentioned also on the Conversations with the Chief podcast that you think Jake Walker's got a bright future here.
Oh, most certainly. Yeah, one of the top rookies in Australia today.
I agree.
Both wrestlers exchanging big blows on the ring apron. Moretti looking for...
Wow.
Looking for a suplex, but Ketis may be looking for a power bomb. Mick's got a firm hold of that top rope and a boot right to the face by Mick Moretti. A return boot by Will Ketis.
Anything you can do, I can do better is the game that they're playing right now.
Exchanging big forearm jolts and punches. Mick again attempting that suplex.
Ooh.
Elbow escape by Will Ketis.
Right to the right ear of Mick Moretti.
That's got to hurt, Rob.
He's got him up. Don't tell me he's setting him up for the wagon wheel. Oh.
That'd be sacrilegious, mate.
It would be. It's an effective move, though. I'll tell you what.
The ferocity of this contest definitely telling on both competitors. Both men fighting to become the number one challenger to Daz's middleweight title. Nobody at home. Great evasion.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised to see how well Will Keatis is doing this match. And it's not a knock on Will Keatis. It's just that we've never seen him in a scenario where he's able to really show what he's made of without being,
Aided.
Yeah, aided by the brethren of North Shore Wrestling.
Especially with the pressure of the sheriff right there watching over him too.
There we go.
Kudos to him.
Oh, look at the knee drop. Fantastic. Right to the back of the neck of Mick Moretti.
This could be it, boys. Count of one, count of two.
Oh, wow.
Another last-second escape, this time by Mick Moretti.
Well, lucky we don't have time limits here in Newcastle Pro Wrestling because this match is going on, but I like it, Edlock.
It's a cracker, isn't it?
It is. Not saying that your 2-minute match earlier wasn't a cracker, Dazza, but it's...
Boys, I've got to say it. I think this match could be a main
you're getting away.
in any arena in Australia.
What does he want?
Near the ring bell here. Will
Taking the bell.
Will Keatis has taken off with the ring bell.
I hope he brings it back before the end of the match.
I mean, we'll have nothing to hit otherwise. What were you saying, Edlock? You were about to say your famous line, I think.
Oh, it didn't get across.
It didn't get across. It might not be time.
I reckon this match could be a main event in any arena in Australia.
That's what we like to hear.
And I think you really, really, truly mean that, don't
I do.
you?
I really, really, truly mean it anytime I say it.
Oh, I'm gonna go get the.
Oh, you got it.
Sorry.
Mr. Robert Oxley going to get the ring bell again.
Ah, good.
He's a professional. Rob, isn't he?
Indeed he is.
Oh, he's got a chair now.
Oh, he's apprehended by the sheriff. Top draw, Jake Walker. Mick Moretti. With a snapmare driver.
This could be
into the
it.
cover. Count of one. Count of two. Count of three.
Wow.
Robert Oxley retrieves that
Mick.
bell in time.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new number one contender for the middleweight championship is the Rascallion Mick Moretti!
Dassa, now we know your challenger, mate.
Chills, Edlock, chills. Finally.
There we have it, fans, the new number one contender for Daz's middleweight championship. The rapscallion of the ring, Mick Moretti.
Waited a very long time for this.
Oh, the sheriff, Jake Walker, is taking Will Keatis back into
Laying
custody.
down the law.
Oh, that's got to be uncomfortable, Dazza. I'm sure you've never been in
I've
that
never been in
position, mate.
handcuffs myself, Ed, but no, I can imagine it's not very comfortable. He's good.
The sheriff, top draw, Jake Walker.
Keys
Just-
putting up one hell of a fight for him not to be able to hook him on. Oh, he's gotten away.
He's bolted. And the sheriff.
Sheriff's right
in
behind him.
Close pursuit.
This is great.
and gentlemen. Welcome to the second half of Newey Point number 93. We are going to get right into the action, but first I want to show you something that was recorded earlier this week.
Attention, Young Green. Picks him up one arm. Oh, you're about to get high now, Scott. He's going to pin them both at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Wow.
Scotty Green!
Fucking Thomas!
What is going on, my friend?
I'm just watching that match from City Hall.
We are the record breakers of City Hall.
Yeah. The shortest match in City Hall history.
That's right. 2 grown men. 2
of us, yeah.
Myself and you versus Matt Rogers.
Yeah.
And we get beat in 45 seconds.
45
seconds.
Yeah, it's all right there, man.
Okay, have a look.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's right there. 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
I'm good.
45 seconds, Scott! 45 seconds! We are a joke! The crowd thinks we're a joke! The roster thinks we are a joke! And most of all, you think this is a joke.
That's not true. I've been meaning to read that. I'll read it.
You need this, Scott. You need Parker Tomas. You need to be more like Tomas. You need to act more like Tomas. And it starts this Saturday. Get a haircut.
I like my hair, bro.
With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the following singles contest is in the heavyweight division, and it is set for one fall! Introducing first. Coming to the ring tonight by Parker Tomas, weighing in tonight at 91 kilograms from Nimbin. Give up to Scott Green!
Shut up! If you word it to us, we'll tell you when to speak. And it's not now.
Introducing his opponent.
That was a big man. My way.
Right off Alex Berry.
My way, damn right. Hey, now you ring the bell.
Ring the bell!
Let's go.
Here we go, the stand-out superstar, Ben Braxton, facing off against Scott Green. The new look Scott Green. Green has that pronating wrist lock applied to big Ben Braxton.
We are seeing a new look from Scott Green, Adlock. You're completely, you are right. And I think it's come off the heels of City Hall, where both Parker Thomas and Scott Green lost a handicap match to Matt Rogers in 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
That is not a long time, Edlock. And with that 45-second loss, you know, Parker Thomas was doing his thing, Scott Green was doing his thing. Together they were working as a team with their separate personalities, but now they're going full Parker Thomas. They're going fully into the Thomas, and Scott Green has really converted to the Motivation America's way of living. And let's see if it pays off for him with a win against All Action Ben Braxton.
Big side headlock applied by young Scott Green. He just gets dropped back supers by Ben Braxton.
If you're watching the event tonight on YouTube live stream, please use the hashtag NuiPro93 to keep up with the conversation.
Ben Braxton, big shoulder tackle.
Braxton outweighs Scott Green by 17 kilograms. Amazing. And what an athlete Ben Braxton is. I'm going out on a limb and saying, oh, here we go! The speed, the agility, this man has it all. And Rock, I'm going out on a limb and saying this man is a future Newcastle Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he's an exceptional talent, Rob. Second to none. He's just ripping off Scott's brand new beautiful white shirt.
The Prada shirt, it cost Parker Thomas $850 this morning, and he's thrown it right back in his face.
Parker Thomas very upset, and rightfully so.
He's crestfallen. Meanwhile, Scott Green might have a trick up a sleeve. This is wrestling, isn't it?
It is.
Here we go. What? No. Oh, look at him go!
Didn't drop an item of food.
No, not a single crumb, not one speck of salt was dropped by Scott Green, living the Parker Thomas lifestyle. Obviously frustrating Ben Braxton.
Braxton gets taken down in a drop toe hold by Scott Green.
Drops right on the nose of Ben Braxton.
Green perched up on that top turnbuckle. Crossbody. Count of one. Count of two. Big kick out by Ben Braxton.
Big, the chip cross body. I'm sure you can come up with something more clever than that. But for the purposes of today, I'll stick with the alliteration.
Yeah, always good. Love alliteration.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Scotty lands on his feet.
He's still got a hand in the packet of chips. No wonder Parker Thomas is angry at Locke. I'm sorry, but this guy's not really taking it seriously.
No, certainly not. Oh, Scott looks to be standing up for himself, though.
It looks like there's a little bit of a trouble in the iron paradise. Am I right, Edlock?
You are. Perfectly correct.
Oh, he got caught! No.
Phantom drive for a source. Count of one. Count of two. Kick out by Scotty Green.
Two of the finest young athletes to come out of the House of Free Fighting. If this isn't the best advertisement for the training academy here in Gateshead, here in Newcastle, then I don't know what is. These are two of the finest young athletes to come out of the House of Free Fighting. A training academy littered with talent.
Yeah, very much so, Rob. Ben Braxton on top of the action now. Has Green trapped in the corner.
Unlike Scott Green, Ben Braxton's coming off a big win at the City Hall where he took down his former tag team partner Tyson Reed, sent him out of the state.
Yeah, that was a wild contest.
It was too. Not much in-ring action going on there, but really some bad blood boiled into a big brawl at the City Hall.
Big Superman punch. And now...
It's just non-stop. This is why I call him all-action Ben Braxton. It's non-stop abuse to Scott Green. Scott Green doesn't have any time to just take a second to breathe. There it is. He's got to exert more energy, bring another kick out.
A pair of 2 counts though by Ben, but he could not hold down Green for the full count of 3.
No, he couldn't, but it's only going to make Ben Braxton madder.
Which could be bad news for Smoky Scott Green. Oh, lovely enziguri!
That was the opening Scott Green needed, and here we go. Putting up ahead of steam.
Lovely drop kick by all-action Ben Braxton.
Ben Braxton was on Scott Green's tail, hitting him with a drop kick, nailing him, sending him straight to the back.
It's in. Brainbuster. This could be curtains for Scott Coward. 1, 2. You can only, says our referee, Hannah. Oh, it looks like it's starting to take an effect on young Scott Green. He's reeling in the corner.
It is too. And today is April 16th. Scott Green was telling me backstage something about being really excited for 4 days from now. But be that as it may, he's really in trouble here. Really in trouble here against Ben Braxton, as Parker Thomas looks on unimpressed.
Oh, meaty chop by Ben Braxton. Braxton moving in on Scott Green.
I spoke to Ben Braxton a little bit earlier tonight, and the impression I get from him, he doesn't say much. He likes to hang by himself. He's a little bit of a loner, but he didn't say much. But what he did say is he's ready to stick out of the shadow of CBK.
Super kick 1!
Kicked away! Oh!
Rob, how close was that, mate?
I thought he had him, Edlock. Wow. That almost set me out of my chair.
Scott Green. What can he do to capitalise? He's crawling over towards the ring corner.
Where Parker Thomas is, where the chips are, where the Bible, the catechism is of the Parker Thomas way. He's going to have to go without the chips.
Big knee.
Oh, glances him on the... Oh!
Ducks the enziguri.
Yeah, wasn't enough on that super kick to hold long enough for the enziguri. Now he's got him in an STF. Pretty close to a chokehold, but he's got him on the chin.
Yeah, referee Hunter in quite prime position there, checking that it doesn't move down the grip, that Ben Braxton doesn't move down to choke young Scotty Green.
Agreed, but you should be paying attention to Parker Thomas, who's obviously using the ropes to a disadvantage to try and help Scott Green, but he's going for the chips instead. Don't tell me this is like Popeye and his spinach.
Very much so, Robert.
Choking these chips. Oh, there we go. He's
Back elbow escape roll.
He has summoned the strength of the barbecue flavoured Smiths, and here he goes.
Oh, nice clothesline by Scott Green.
Oh, man. Oh.
And a Superman punch by Scotty Green.
A taste of his own medicine. And he says it's for medicinal purposes only. And another enziguri right to the left ear of Ben Braxton. Out he goes to the ramp. He's got Ben Braxton on the run here. This is where Scott Green can take the time to regroup a little bit before Ben Braxton gets in the ring, but I don't think he's going to do that, Edlock.
He's got momentum off the ropes. Suicide dive by Scott Green. Just floored Ben Braxton on the ramp.
We're raising the bar here at Newcastle Pro Wrestling, the House of Free Fighting, maybe the most competitive professional wrestling academy in the world. As two of the finest standout students are taking it to each other right now. Oh!
Modified DDT by Scott Green. Hooks the leg, count of 1. Count of 2. But couldn't hold down the standout superstar for the count of 3.
He is, he's playing a smart wrestling match here. Is Scott Green. He's sticking to what he knows. He knows that he can feed off the energy of the chips, and he knows hooking the leg is going to get his best chance of securing this victory.
Chiropractor.
Yeah, it sure was.
By Scott Green.
Where's Parker Thomas going? Making a run for it. Never seen him run that fast before. Here we go. He's picking him up. What's he doing? Sitting back in the ring. That could almost be a disqualification.
Yes, certainly.
Referee Hannah letting it go. Wants to see this one play out, as I do.
Look at the leg, only one leg this time for a count of 2. Another close call.
Wow.
Scott Green wrestling the match of his life.
He is too. Much like, was it Solomon that lost his power with his hair? You cannot say the same thing for Scott Green.
Possibly Samson, Rob.
I'm sorry, Samson, that's right. Samson lost his power, but Scott did not. And here comes Parker Thomas. What's he doing?
Oh, goodness me.
Is this the Parker Thomas way?
Scott Green brandishing a chair, slid into the ring by Parker Thomas. Scott,
No, he can't do it. He can't do it.
Excellent.
Good. This is what we like to see. Oh, drop kick, PT.
By Ben Braxton.
PT has hit the deck.
On a roll, Rob, for a count of 1, count of 2. But a big kick out by Ben Braxton.
That might have been his best opportunity
Spine
there.
buster.
Right to the lower back as well. He didn't take that very well and up. Oh, we've seen this before. What's this called, Ed Lock?
Oh, it's a spinning flatliner. He's just floored him. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3.
In the flashiest of ways, Ben Braxton does it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match is Ben Braxton.
Ben Braxton definitely destined for superstardom, Rob.
All action, no goofiness, no playing around, all business. Ben Braxton takes it to Scott Green once again. He's trying to step out of the shadow of CBK, and I think he's done it.
Oh, a bit of dissension between Scott Green and Parker Thomas. Parker just stomping and dropping an elbow on the chips for Smoky Scott Green. Definitely dissension in the ranks of Green and Thomas. Parker Thomas just ordering Smoky Scott Green back to the dressing room. And over to Rob Oxley in centre ring.
Here we go. Bit of trouble in paradise there for Scott Green and Parker Thomas as they try to get on the same page here. Trying to get on the same page to be a bit more of a successful story in the Newcastle Pro Wrestling Tag Team division. Alright, while we get Chief kind of sweep up here, looking for a lane tonight, I'd like to direct your attention to the screen. We just saw Parker Thomas, Scott Green, and Ben Braxton come down with a very fantastic match. We also have some other wrestlers like Alligator, Crosscut, Rhea Stone, Signature and then Rig. We saw Dazza, heavyweight champion, Carter. They all come from the house of fighting, and if you've ever wanted to become a professional wrestler, just watch this video.
It all begins as just a dream. To be a champion, to be the best. It all begins at the House of Free Fighting. That nervous feeling, that pressure. Because here, we don't settle for average. With every squat, every step, every push-up, every roll, and every bump, you get back up. Because here are where champions are made. Here is where we forge our destiny. Here is where we become larger than life. So when the time comes for you to step through that curtain, remember those who came before you, who inspired you to chase your dream. They set the bar. And now, it's your time to raise it.
Folks, if you've ever thought about becoming a professional wrestler, we have a wrestling school right here in Newcastle. It's already gated. It's the Newcastle Pro Wrestling School. It's the Pro Wrestling Academy. It's the house of free fighting right here in Gateshead. So if you've ever thought about becoming a professional wrestler, you can talk to the lovely people at the merchandise table. They can give you more information. Or you can go to the Newcastle Pro Wrestling website and find out more. We've got open trials coming out very soon, so keep a lookout for our social media accounts. Now, before we get to our main event, I just want to show everyone what we're fighting for here. So our main event is a first round matchup in the Newcastle Pro Wrestling Tag Team Title Tournament, where we'll crown the first ever Newcastle Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And I'd like to do a little bit of an introduction to the championship belt, a bit of an unveiling here. So please, if they're back there, please come out. Get it out, folks. The Newcastle Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship. And tonight is our first round matchup. Before we get there, one more big round of applause for our sponsors this evening, Green and Edward. Thank you very much, team. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get the Newcastle Pro Wrestling number 93 is a tag team match. Very good tag team fight. and gentlemen, the man of the Newcastle Pro Wrestling number 93 is a tag team match where losers tag will fly. It's the first round of the Newcastle Pro Tag Tournament, and it's set wonderful! Introducing first competitors, two by the left, they weigh combined 136 kilograms, they represent the Diamond Standard. Standing in front of me, weighing tonight at 102 kilograms for Newcastle! He's the Newcastle heavyweight champion, world fighter, Sweet Cardi! He's now been part of the competitor tonight with the heavyweight. He weighs tonight at 99 kilograms. Hey, from Newcastle!
Just waiting for the instruction from referee Hannah to ring the bell, and we'll be underway with the main event of the evening. Paris de Silva and Jude, the Dude London, squaring off against Head Hunter Rigg and Carter Deans. First men to make contact will be Head Hunter Rigg and Paris de Silva, locked up collar and elbow style. Test of strength. Rigg was unmoved.
Did you see what I saw there at Lock during Headhunter Rigg's entrance?
What was that, Robert?
Well, Carter Deans has got the hand out for the high five, as Paris showboats, proud member of the Diamond Standard there. He went out to give Headhunter Rigg a high five. Headhunter Rigg walked straight past him, went straight to the ring to pose.
Rob, I've been told Carter and Rigg haven't spoken since City Hall.
I have heard there's a bit of awkward tension backstage. I mean, I felt it backstage. I hadn't heard that they haven't talked yet, so that's interesting. That's a great development. Bringing the good insight here at Lock, I appreciate that. Headhunter Rigg keeping Paris at bay with only one arm.
Yeah, he's a strong rascal, isn't he, to say the least.
No doubt.
We should remind our fans that Rigg actually had Deans pinned at Brawl at City Hall 2 on the 11th of March. Unfortunately, the referee was incapacitated during that title match. Otherwise, the Headhunter could well be the newly pro heavyweight champion at this very moment.
That's right, referee Sarge, who is usually in charge, as you said, unfortunately incapacitated, and that's what's led to a bit of an awkward scenario here with Rigg and Deans. They had applied to be in the Nui Pro Tag Team title tournament before their triple threat match at City Hall, which ended with Deans pinning Rigg. It was a little bit controversial, as Rigg did have Deans pinned throughout the match, but we're going to see how they coexist really here, as Deans still has the gold. Rigg obviously a bit upset about that. I mean, he had earned a shot at the title, used it at City Hall. Man, Rigg laying into Paris right here, feeling him into a new stratosphere.
A huge bail. Rigg again. Not acting very friendly towards his tag team partner.
No, it's interesting. His gear is a shade of grey, Headhunter Riggs, because there is a little bit of it's a bit of a different Rigg that we're seeing here. Despite the headband being black and white, it's not all black and white. Hang on.
But Rob, stating the obvious, Rigg and Deans have to be at their very best as far as teamwork goes tonight, because they're facing Well, arguably the very best tag team in the country.
I
the
agree.
Velocities.
I agree with you, Edlock. And the Velocities have an incredible record here at Newcastle Pro Wrestling. Both of them are former Invictus holders, much like their opponents tonight. The Velocities are 8-2 in 2-on-2 action here in Newcastle Pro Wrestling, whereas Headhunter Rig and Carter Deems have only ever won once teaming together here in Nui Pro, and twice as a team, as we remember back in the Headhunter days of 2018.
Great statistics, Rob.
Only ever won twice, which is the amount of times the Velocities have lost at Nui Pro alone, as Headhunter Rig takes it to Jude the Dude London here.
But Rob, would you concede that the winner of this tag team match could well be the favourites to win the Nui Pro tag team title?
Yes, absolutely, Edlock. Now, I haven't seen the remainder of the brackets, the tournament brackets, but coming off of City Hall, we saw the Velocities take it to the Blue Nation in a match that I am still stunned by. A fantastic effort on behalf of all four participants, which the Velocities ended up walking away with a victory. To me, that felt like a finals match. So if the Velocities were to make it through, I would not be surprised if they make it again to the finals of the tournament. And if Rig and Deems can work together long enough to defeat the Velocities, then I don't see why they wouldn't go all the way to win the Nui Pro Tag Team titles at Steel City Showdown.
Yeah, for sure, Rob. A lot of action here tonight at Southern Cross Hall. Rig.
We remind people the Lucha Tag rules apply, where the legal man can exit the ring once 2 feet touch the floor. The illegal man can jump in, and that can constitute as a tag, as Paris does the double forks to Headhunter Rig.
Double team action by the Velocities, but get thrown.
Like trying to move a bulldozer.
Indeed it was. Leapfrog by Paris, into a DDT by Jude the Dude London.
Rig was going for the spear there, but only had 2 steps to get off, so Jude was able to catch him. That's the thing about the Velocities. They're quick. They've got the best reflexes in the country. I'd say Paris is number 1 and Jude would be number 2, and you could easily flip those. They've got the best reflexes. They know what they're doing. It's like their opponents move in slow motion. That's how they wrestle. That's why they win most of their matches, and that's why they're 8-2 in Newcastle Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, they're lightning fast. And great wrestlers individually, and even more so as a team.
Absolutely. For those watching online here, and for those here in the Southern Cross Hall, really soak this in, because Jude the Dude London and Paris the Silver are not going to be without contracts anytime soon. Soak it in while you can, because these are 2 extremely talented professional wrestlers that are destined for great things internationally.
Yeah, I agree, Rob, wholeheartedly. But at the moment, Rig taking over on Paris. Paris reverses the situation, drives a knee into the midsection of Rig. Tag by Jude, the Dude London.
That's right. Jude and Paris they're an incredible team. I'd say they are a superior team to Rig and Deems. When they are together in a team, they are fantastic. However, when the match is isolated one-on-one, I feel like Carter Deems would have an advantage over a Jude London, or a Rig would have an advantage over a Paris the Silver.
Sure.
They do have experience here. Oh, hang on. What have we got here? But Jude the Dude is he scraping the eyes? Can't quite see. We've got a packed house here at the Southern Cross.
Yeah, we certainly have. Some people on their feet, even standing on their chairs, just obscuring our vision somewhat.
They are.
But they're into it, and that's what matters.
Of course. And we're into it too. And we hope everyone watching live on the Newcastle Pro Wrestling YouTube is into it too. Shout out to you guys. Wow!
Big body slam by Jude the Big London.
He told me earlier today he's been doing deadlifts because he wanted to get this in. He wanted to get the body slam in on Headhunter Rig, and he's done it.
Mission accomplished.
Now just win the match.
Yep. Cravat applied by Jude the Dude. Tag in.
Gone are the days of
Paris.
The traditional tag, Edlock?
Yeah, yes, it's a sad disappearance.
It is a bit of a sad disappearance.
He collapses under the weight of the count of 1 by 2. But breaking up that pinning predicament was Jude the Dude London. And tagged into action is Jude.
Tag back in. Here we go. They're both going for it now.
Both men pick up on body slam Rig.
Yeah.
Great tag team action. Standing, if you will. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, that's all right. Go for it, Edlock. Here we go.
Standing moonsault by Jude the Dude. Count of 1. Count of 2. 2 count only. Rob, please continue.
Only a 2 count there. Rig is the lightest he's been in 3 years. Did you know that, Edward?
99 kilos.
99 kilos. He hasn't been under 100 kilos since, I think, late 2018, I should say.
Great effort.
So
coaching clutch applied.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's right. No, please jump in. Rig's much lighter, so this gives the Velocities a chance to kind of execute some power offense that they can do that maybe they can't quite execute on Carter Deems, the heavyweight champion, the taller champion. He's 6'3". He's the Nui Pro heavyweight champion for a reason. Doesn't leave his feet too often. As in, when I say that, I mean he doesn't get manhandled too often. He does certainly leave his feet because of his acrobatic style.
Certainly.
As Rig fights out, he clubs his way out of the submission there. As the dude
driving those knees into the head of Headhunter Rig.
There we go. And he got the thigh slapping against the elbow as well. He's really kind of working on the head, neck, and the shoulder area there.
Modified cattle mutilation applied.
It continues there.
By Jude the dude.
Headhunter Riggs in a bit of a... Oh, I thought that was a tap out there, but no, it was a great counter by Headhunter Riggs. Slapping or punching down the hand of Jude the dude. Wasn't going to lose his balance, break the hold.
Paris tagged into the action.
Can you believe in the last 2 tag team matches that Headhunter Rig has had, 2-on-2, both have been against the Velocities, both he's lost.
Incredible.
He's teamed with Dazza at Nui Pro number... What was it? Nui Pro number 91, I believe? Yep. Nui Pro number 91 in a losing effort against the Velocities. Now he teams with the former Team Hoos stablemate in Carter Deems. Let's see if the successes change. Ooh.
Just crouches.
There we go.
Dude, the dude on the top rope does Rick and boots him out onto the floor.
This is what he needs right now. He needs to get there. He needs to get that tag right now. Oh, and he can't get it because
Paris just dragged Deems off the apron onto the floor.
That sassy Spartan knows his way around the squared circle as he slides the feet underneath Carter Deems, making his the top row of Carter Deems' teeth smack against the apron.
Look at Jude. He's got a mount on Rig, and he was just laying in the ground and pound.
That's the Diamond standard for you. They're intense, they're physical, they're mean, they're dangerous.
They're great.
They are great too.
Chinlock applied with a hammerlock by Jude, who tags in Paris.
What do we say about every tag team match? A good mark of a true tag team is when they're able to cut the ring in half. They're not cutting it in quarters or eighths like a Red Rooster chicken, no. They're cutting it in half. They're keeping Rig on their side of the ring. As I say that, here comes Headhunter Rig. Set up a big chokey. Oh, he's got the goozle ×2.
Double goozle. But a double suplex by the Velocities. They're on fire here. Oh, Rig!
Here we go! Oh, Rig! Double clothesline! There we go.
And that cutting off the ring you were referring to, I believe we can call it isolate and annihilate.
Oh, that's a great way to put it there, Locke. As the heavyweight champion, Carter Deems comes in. He's the longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time. Putting his boot right in the nose of Paris de Silva. Oh, there we go.
Combination move by one man. Sweet dreams, Carter Deems, the world's finest.
He is fired up. This is the first time he's been in this match. Oh, he landed a bit awkwardly on the knee there. I'd be worried because Carter Deems has had knee issues earlier this year.
Yeah, he's had a torn MCL, I believe.
Oh, man. Luckily, he didn't require surgery. But, oh, he's that scissor kick right at the back of Paris' head.
Yeah, the lullaby kick for a count of 1, count of 2. But Jude broke up that pinning predicament.
Hannah needs to get control here and get one of the wrestlers there. Oh, never mind. Jude's doing it for her. That's good. Good on him. Now, the Carter Deems, Headhunter Rig, and the Velocities do have history. They had some of the best matches in Nui Pro history at the House of Free Fighting in trios and quad matches, 4-on-4s. Oh, as Jude sets up for the stunner. He gets caught by Carter Deems.
Count of 2 only.
Does the Finn Balor impersonation as as it gets cut off by Paris Silva.
Paris with a big elbow smash. Return elbow by Carter Deems. Both men exchanging elbow smashes.
Carter Deems has got the power here, but man, Paris has got some tenacity about him.
Yeah, Paris fighting up.
He is.
And outweighed by, what, 30 odd K?
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe nearly 40.
Yeah, I think it's 38 kilos. He's
38.
Yes, that's right.
Great maths, Rob.
Thank you. But Paris, look at it, take it to, look, it's the tenacity on display. It's the sassy Spartan here. Oh.
Gets a kick to the midsection.
For his troubles, and here we go. Oh.
It's a giri of his own by Paris.
Right.
But a boot right to the shoulder.
That's right.
By Carter Deems. Carter Deems just effortlessly picks him up.
Transitions right into it.
Paris going up top.
Got him caught, I think.
It looks like an elevated octopus of sorts.
It does too. Man, I love octopus. I really do. As Carter Deems is pretty close to tapping out here, Headhunter Rig does need to step in if he wants this match saved, but the dude knows the moves before it's going to happen. Oh! Right into the lighting truss goes Jude the Dude London. Paging Adam Hotman. Here we go.
And a count of one and a count of two. Count off. Two only. Says our referee, Hannah.
Referee Hannah doing a great job in this match. Count of two, very fair count there. As Headhunter Rig gets Newcastle behind him, he wants to get that tag from Carter Deems. He didn't want to give the tag to Carter Deems, but now he's going to get it from Carter Deems, and here it is as he mounts the top rope.
Teamwork clocking in. Oh! Big clothesline off the top by Rig.
Big Glenn will be proud of that one. At the tilt well, here we go.
Oh, he blocks the DDT.
Not so fast, Paris de Silva.
Saturday DDT, but Rig countering with a big...
Great counter by Paris.
Indeed.
Paris hasn't touched the ground in almost a minute now. The floor's made of lava for Paris. As Headhunter Rig forces him down with a senton, squishing Paris in this sandwich. Oh man.
Rig pulling out all the power moves. This is the night of Southern Cross Hall.
Yes, dude.
For Newey Pro 93. Climbing up to the top turnbuckle yet again, Rob.
Could he be setting up for? He's got the swanny! Oh, they're hot enough to give
Missed
the
the swanton off the very top rope.
Man.
Double drop kicks, or kicks if you will.
It's the
velocity.
It's the lighter weight that has made Rig maybe a bit more comfortable.
Groove in the shroom.
That's Groove in the Shroom by Jude the Dude London.
Kick out of two by Rig.
Wow. It's, as I was saying, Edlock, it's Headhunter Rig's a lot lighter. Maybe he feels a bit more comfortable going to the top rope, but it hasn't been too much of a success so far, only hitting 50% of the moves up there.
The flying Headhunter. Amazing.
Oh, man, he amazes me every day, this guy. Headhunter Deems in to save the day. Just in the nick of time as Headhunter Rig. There it is! 3D!
3D by Rig and Deems.
As they lock eyes for the first time since City Hall.
Has the tide turned here tonight?
There it is. They're on the same page. This is what they need to do if they want to get serious about becoming Newey Pro Tag Team
Package
Champions.
pile driver by Deems. And it could be.
He set him up for it. For the best cannonball ever!
Excellent work. In for the press. Count of one. Count of two. Count of three.
There you have it. Headhunter Rig and Carter Deems have won their only third ever match as a tag team after some poor attempts lately. They stand victorious against the best team in the country as Rig drops the trowel like Eagle Rockers on in Manly. Let's go! They're one step closer to being the first ever Newey Pro Tag Team Champions as Rig celebrates in his own way. Carter Deems one step closer to becoming the first ever double champion here in Newey Pro.
Great action from top to bottom all through the night, Rob.
With that, Edlock, it was such a pleasure to call with you. To everyone watching on YouTube, thank you so much for sticking with us as Steel City Strong stand tall. From myself and Edlock, take care everyone, good night.